Hi, my name is Julian Crespi. I'm a colorist based in Ecuador. I've been doing color for the last 2 years and also been doing 3D post-production, motion graphics for the last 15 years or more. Today I want to show you a bit of what I've learned with Dado and with this amazing tool that I'm sure will take your work to the next level. Okay, great. Here we are in DaVinci Resolve, and I'm very quickly going to show you how I used Look Designer to build this look. This is a short made by my friend Juan Chapa. He's an amazing director from Argentina. You should check his work, it's really great. And he was kind enough to lend us this footage so that I can show you how I used Look Designer here. So Look Designer is used as a plugin, and this plugin lets you, for once, use a color managed workspace. So we are using an input profile of ReLoxy, and we are going to output to Rec 709. This is great because you can have any camera, Red, Blackmagic, Sony, Canon, whatever, and you can automatically, using color science, you can change its color space to your desired output. So for example, you can see here that, let me do a little backup here. Okay, so I will reset this node. Okay, there we get a similar result that using Look Designer, right? Because Look Designer works in a ReLox space by default. But also we can choose whatever we want, right? In this case it's array. It stays the same because it's array ReLox space. But you could choose red, and you can see it will do its own transform there. And we can output to whatever we want. If you see, we are working at the timeline level, so all our work is done here. All our work is done in log, and then only at the timeline level I use Look Designer, and then I choose my output, and then we can go to whatever format we want, and we can change it to Rec 709, to Netflix, HDR, to P3, whatever. So another thing that we can do with Look Designer is we can choose a negative or a digital print or a digital print. So it works like film. You have your negative, you have your print stock, you choose both, and you use them for your whole show. So here you can choose them. So let's say camera stock, we can use an Ektachrome that's really nice. We can use a print stock. We use 2390 modern, and now we have a combination that will create a custom S-curve, right, for you. But that S-curve now has all the nuances of film emulation and the combination of a negative and a print stock. So you immediately get in a ballpark of a film look. So that's really great. Also, you can have subtracted color, right? DaVinci and almost every app there works in RGB. So when you add one and you add them all, you get white, right? You can see here, if we add RGB, we go to white. But subtracted color, it's like print. In print, you add CMY and you go to black because you are adding like this density, right? So when we add CMY, magic, we go to black. Very nice. Okay, so let's say we will add something here. Okay, we will move this over here, sorry. Okay, we can then move cyan, magenta, yellow to whatever we want. I think I like it there. And then because when I'm lifting CMY, I am also adding saturation, right? So I wanted it to be more saturated, but if I get too much black to lower exposure, I can go to my printer lights and lift them a bit, you see? And then there we are in a much better place. And I can also play with the printer lights, right? If it's a bit too red, you know, I will remove some magenta, I will add some green, and we're happy. So, okay, we have something that we like. So this is how I built this look, right? Just moving my CMY, my printer lights, choosing a correct input profile for my camera, choosing a contrast Contrast, we have different options. I like F1, it's meant for film. You have a nice roll-off in the highlights, so it's not that digital, you know, and we can adjust its intensity. So you see, really easily, we made a look, and it's a custom look. It's not just that you threw a plugin, it's you made a lot of choices, a lot of creative choices. You choose your stocks, how it mixes with your print stock, and then you can adjust your printer lights, your subtracted color, even your lift gamma gain are all split, so you can adjust all that. And also you have a temperature control that you can adjust for more finesse. So it's really customizable, right? The great thing is that you can, from here, let's say I will get the one I was using. Okay, perfect. So this was the one I had. And from here you can export a LUT. And that LUT, I can say show LUT 01. Okay, and then in my LUTs, I can refresh it. We have show LUT, and we can disable this, right? We go back to our log space, and we have our show LUT, magic. Right? So now this LUT, what is amazing is that it works for everything. So you can grab this show LUT, send it to dailies, send it to set, and everyone send it to post, and everyone will have an immediate correction with the film look embedded in it, right? And since we are at the timeline level, everything is getting that correction. Everything immediately works with that, right? If I turn it off, you can see. It's such a fast way to work, and everything and everyone is on board. It's great. It's really great. So okay, and another thing is that, so I'm working with the designer here. I have a noise that's made by Dado also, a great plugin for adding noise. Notice I added before my LUT because I want my image to work as film and to have that grain embedded in it before my grain. Because if you shoot in film, your noise is in the print stock or in the negative. It's in there, right? In the negative. So when you grab it and you push all your corrections, you make all your corrections, you are pushing that noise too, right? So this is a more realistic way of working with grain. Here I have some minor corrections. I like to split my luminance and my chrominance. So RGB here, luminance here, and I can add contrast and saturation in a way that I like it a lot. It gives it a little nice punch. Here's a secondaries for my green over here, and back to zero, just to add over here, you see, we can, it's a log correction, and we get to zero over here, right? Then, let me move this. Then it's really easy to add a correction, right? So I can go to, I don't know, whatever, this shot, right? And you can see it's blue. And what I did, it's just a printer lights correction. So let me see if I can really quickly, I have print lights, yes. Yeah, so you can see just by moving my printer lights, I get something really quick, right? So you see, and because all the heavy lifting is being done by my show LUT, by look designer. Here I'm just moving little things to get everything in the ballpark that I want. But notice that I can make it also really cold. You know, you don't need to go. Just because you have a show LUT, it doesn't mean that everything will look the same. It means that it will have a similar response to light, right? So colors will be shifted in a particular way, contrast will be dealt in a particular way, and that will be applied to all your show. But you can also adjust your contrast. You know, this one I don't want too much, or I want a lot of contrast. Whatever you want, you can go crazy. And you can customize it a lot, even having this show LUT here. But this wants you a lot of time and gives you consistency, right? So I love Look Designer. It's an amazing tool. It's really a game changer. It's at the core of all the work I do. I always start by doing my work in Look Designer, and then I expand my look, and then I just do minor corrections on my clips, so I can work really, really fast, very consistently, and can develop looks really quickly. And all in a color-matched way. So if I need to go to HDR or P3 or Brexit 9, I can change it. If I have a red camera, a Sony camera, I can put everything together really quickly, you know. So I hope you like this video. Thank you, Dado, for this amazing plugin. It's a game changer. So thank you so much.
Il mio stimolo è la tua fuga. Siamo la simbologia.